is at least a series that I'm really looking forward to. Very curious to see what iNcontroL can do against. I think JimRising has been named as the #1 favorite for this tournament, right? Because he's the guy to last retire into Casterdom.
Yeah, a lot of people definitely have said that. I think he's just very competitive still, right? Like I don't know how many tournaments he's cast actually, but I remember going to WCS Copa Intercontinental and he was a caster there. The one where Snoot and Neeb played in the finals of. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So
That was
like for me,
2016.
yeah. So for me, like JimRising from there, was a caster, but as of late, he's definitely streamed and competed quite a bit.
Yeah, so he definitely is one of the favorites, and I mean they're all playing on their American ladder, so we'll see what Rotti and Loco can do to them. Yogo, well, we have some European pride. At least I have some European pride, so I'm curious to see what they will show against the top players that play on the American server.
Yeah.
Make it a little continental battle.
We got some very strong European representation actually, like with guys like Rotti, Yogo, who are like top finishers of the previous one, and then we've got Indy, Alex. I think Indy is like not talked about enough for how high his MMR is. I think going into this tournament, he had maybe the second or third highest MMR, something like that. He was definitely in the top 4 for it, so it's definitely really good.
Yeah, in the end, I mean, just playing random, of course, is always a big advantage as well for Alex. So, curious to see what these guys will have in store for us. So far, this game, JimRising opting for a pool first, then got his natural blocked by iNcontroL. So it is a nice start for iNcontroL, who's playing a Forge Fast Expand. Perhaps wanting to go for a Cannon Rush. But once he saw the pool first, decided it was not a good idea. I hope Fair Dragon is taking notes on that.
He is, and he probably thinks that he should have done the exact same thing that he did. But JimRising definitely has a reputation for being one of the more aggressive Zergs as well. So I guess having a Forge early maybe is not so bad in that like you can get cannons and be safe against flood of lings and all that.
Yeah. The only thing that it does do it does delay your tech a lot. So only now we see the Cybercore going down, and usually it should be finished already like 30 seconds ago. So it is nice that he managed to block the natural and that Jim's eco is gonna be kind of poor, but yeah, I mean the tech that iNcontroL wants to be making is going to be very delayed as well, I think.
iNcontroL didn't see the timing on that gas of JimRising, but JimRising's not mining much from it anyway. For now, it's just focused on droning. And actually, gonna get pneumatized carapace. JimRising wants to make sure he can scout really well what's going on. iNcontrol's probes get sniped on the other side of the map. And in this case, it's gonna be a Stargate right behind the wall of iNcontroL, who drops a second cannon. Wow, he lost his probe. He saw just a few links on the other side of the map. He's going a little bit into paranoid mode here.
He saw a lot of gas though. Being mined. I mean, the pneumatized carapace is already 100, and he saw 60-70 gas extra being mined at the 3-minute mark.
Yeah.
I feel like the call that iNcontroL is making is a pretty logical one. He's like, where's all this gas going, And now he'll realize, darn it, it's gone into Overlord speed, so not quite an aggressive option where I'll need a second cannon and a battery again. But I can understand the read that he made. And I mean, getting Overlord speed this early in the game does cost a lot. So even after all of those early investment that iNcontroL made, we still see he's ahead in the worker count by 1 or 2, which is kind of normal and kind of good for this phase in the game for the Protoss player.
How many, like, does he go straight with 1 Oracle? Yeah, I guess so. 2 more gases actually being taken already. What's the best transition out of this for iNcontroL?
I mean, usually you'd either see this kind of play. Usually you don't. I've never seen an opening like this where they go Sentry into Oracle, and then he uses the hallucination to scout in the main and uses the Oracle on the third base. This seems very odd to me. I've never seen this before, but the Oracle will be able to do some damage at the third at least, so that's nice. Yeah. He should get 4 or 5 kills. Oh, perhaps he even gets more. 6.
6, yeah, not bad. Gets out of here as well.
That's a very, very good start.
Yeah.
The only problem that I see for iNcontroL here is that there's no real follow-up. Like usually you follow it with an Archon drop or with some adepts with glaives, so your opponent can't drone up after losing those drones. But as there's no real pressure coming from iNcontroL, like it's nice he killed the 6 workers. It's obviously better than nothing, but JimRising just has the next 2-3 minutes to just keep droning up.
2 more Stargates being dropped in the main for iNcontroL.
Yeah, and I feel like he's going to be playing Mass Oracle, because right now we see the 3rd Oracle about to pop, and he also started the 4th already.
And he starts
So
+1 air weapons.
Yeah. So he might go into Carrier after, I guess?
Maybe just Mass Oracle for like the longest time. Oh no, he drops Twilight Council. So Oracles and Charge Lots, or?
It's a Storm, I would say, rather than Charge Lots.
But with Mass Oracles?
Yeah, I have no clue. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure.
Listen, Harstem, that's why you're here. You need to make a prediction, alright? So you can be dead wrong or you can be spot on. One or the other.
Okay, it's gonna be Charge. It's too many gates. There's +1. It's gonna be Oracle with Charge Lots.
Yeah, then I guess into Storm could be okay. It does feel like it's a little bit early though, right? Like if you want to go for Oracles, because now he's only producing from 2 Stargates.
I think it's more like the mineral sync for iNcontroL. So he'll just get Oracles with all the gas that he has, and then once he starts floating minerals, he just starts pumping his money into charge lots. And it might actually do decently well. Right now we see 6 Oracles on the map. I'm not a massive fan of the defensive usage though. I feel like he should do something aggressive with these Oracles.
I think maybe he knows that there's a timing coming. Like I said, JimRising is known as an aggressive player, so maybe iNcontroL, he prepared already for those waves. He's like, okay, he's gonna hit with the first wave of Roach Ravager, I'm gonna push it back with the Oracles, and then he's gonna go Hydras, and I'm gonna crush that with Charge Lots. And sure enough, these Oracles could deal with these Roaches pretty well, but JimRising with a smart move of pulling back.
I'm not sure if he actually wants to waste energy on those Roaches. I kind of agree with iNcontroL's decision here to just go, alright, I'll ignore that, go to the main base, go to the natural, maybe see if I can pick up some Queens, pick up some drones over there. I feel like wasting his energy on the Roaches wouldn't have been too good of a move.
He's going Phoenixes behind this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
The ground army is just missing from this game. How many gates does he have?
He's getting a lot.
He's got 5?
5. He's got 5 already.
And he's getting 3 more.
And a Dark Strike.
Oh my god. What is going on?
Probably wants to snipe Overseers with the Phoenixes. And then get Oracles and Charge Lot to kill the anti-air as well. I'm a bit lost, honestly.
I think just buy time to build a big army here is the goal for iNcontroL. I think, like if JimRising had stayed on Lair as well, like this would have been really good. But he's going into Hive, so it's. I mean, we could be going into like a way longer game where we see some tier 3 units popping out everywhere. That's a lot of stasis wards. Holy moly!
Yeah, it feels like iNcontroL is.
He hasn't showed the Phoenixes, by the way. Like there is these overlords near his base. He's been hiding. It's almost like iNcontrol's waiting for a timing so that he can crush it, but that timing is just not hitting right now.
Yeah, I feel like if JimRising would attack into iNcontroL, what iNcontroL is doing could actually work into his favor. But the moment that JimRising just kind of stays at home, gets a bunch of bases, a high drone count like he's doing right now, gets some spores, gets higher tech, good upgrades, I feel like the iNcontrol's army is kind of going to fall off relatively soon.
Vipers are going to be great against these Phoenixes if you can get some good parasitic bomb.
Yeah, and even against the Oracles as well. I mean, Oracles aren't that tanky. They have 20 HP less than Phoenixes already. So if you can get 1 or 2 good parasitic bombs in there, then yeah, you're going to be fighting an extremely weak army. We are seeing the Templar Archives and a 4th base go down, so I guess we will be seeing some Templar for feedback and for Storm. And I would love to see the +2 air being researched as well, because I feel like that's the one thing that is really missing. Once you'll go into that carrier transition, or just for the Phoenixes, it's nice to have those +2 upgrades. Of course, upgrades count double for Phoenixes as they have 2 attacks, so that's always nice.
How do you like going Mothership?
Yeah, I think it's a good call. I think Mothership is always good to have, obviously. The Dark Shrine still confuses me a little bit, as we haven't really seen it.
Maybe it was for safety because he was getting Phoenixes. So in like a Roddy-esque move, he was like, well, if you attack, even if you have some overseer, oh my god, the oracles. Lots of them die here. Yeah, I like getting the Dark Shrine like this. Like it's fairly inexpensive, and then if the opponent attacks and doesn't have overseers, it buys you so much time to get like more army and stuff. And it still has the possibility, you know, late game, like you send like 4 DTs to the main base or something. Especially now he killed the spores and stuff, so if he sneaks a prism there, that could be really sick. And I don't think I've seen any overseers actually in that Zerg army. There is none.
I don't think so either. There is a bunch of Vipers, however, and that's actually a very big army. Is there Storm ready? No, Storm.
Yes, feedback.
There.
Oh my god, if he feedbacked. Where are the Phoenixes? Oh my god, he fights just with his ground here, does iNcontroL. The Guardian Shield not active either. Oh, that could have been so much better if his army was all there. Parasitic bombs being used on the Phoenixes, but iNcontroL loses the whole army. That's weird because he saw this army coming, but he probably thought that JimRising was once again moving across the map, but wasn't gonna engage that fast. But that's not what happened. JimRising just pounced on top of this army, and iNcontroL lost everything in an instant.
Yeah, it's a very interesting way to fight, to put it the least. I feel like most of the time you should try to engage with everything at once. I guess iNcontroL wasn't completely ready yet for the fight, so
yeah,
the Mothership definitely would have helped as well. It comes out pretty much after the fight is over.
How long does the Mothership take to come out? It feels like it's been producing for like 15 minutes in this game.
Yeah, it was basically 2 minutes if you don't chrono it.
Oh my god.
So. It is a very long time indeed.
I know there's just too much abducts for these Archons. Take them out early, and iNcontroL is just gonna plummet in supply here. Look at it! JimRising wins map number 1.